Now tuned into Urban Voice Media.
All right, guys. LB with the roundtable session. Y'all know I had to do it. We're at the Bess Group Soul Food and Catering in Shelby, North Carolina. You see it, 722 Earl Road. I'm going to go ahead and talk to the owner herself, Miss Joreka Bess. Y'all check this out right here.
You are now tuned into Urban Voice Media.
Joreka, I love what you did with the place. This is just fabulous, marvelous. You did it by yourself. You did?
Yes, with the owner.
All right, I'm gonna have to, since you got this nice interior decoration, I'm gonna have to get you to come to my house and do some decorating with my wife, of course.
Let's go.
All seriousness, the Bess Food Group. What made you want to use your name?
Well, I come from two large families, the Besses and the Smiths, so I just took a unique name. Since my last name was Bess, I just used the family name.
Well, I mean, and that explains it. You said group, a large family, that's a group of people. So, you know, that's a signature right there, you know. And that's one thing a lot of people look at is, what's my signature? And it's like, we are Urban Voice Media. And people ask, why are y'all called Urban Voice? Well, we like to go to the urban areas and highlight what's going on.
Right.
And when we rode by here in Shelby and saw your spot, I'm like, I wonder who's over there now. And we came a couple times and you were closed. I'm like, man, when can we catch them when it opens? Just so happened, we rode by and we said, yes, cars are there, so they're open.
Right.
When I first came in and I saw your menu, first let me ask you, does your menu change every day, or how do you come up with your menu every day?
Well, we basically try to keep like the same meats and same sides, but on different days we add different items. Like on Tuesdays we add spaghetti. No, I'm sorry. Tuesdays we have chicken pie and chicken and dumplings. On Wednesday we add the spaghetti and lasagna. Thursday we add the hamburger steak and pork chops. Friday and Saturdays are the seafood days, and Sunday is just all around soul food type of day. We add the ribs, pork chops, ham, turkey, whatever someone might request for that week. Even might be beef tips, anything, cube steak. So we do a whole lot.
You have 7 to 8 different fishes.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That has to be excruciating to go through as much as you do as far as on the menu.
It is. I get here pretty much 2 hours daily, prepare everything fresh myself.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as that clock hit 11 o'clock, we're ready to go. And I'm pretty much here all day, every day that we're open.
Let's go back. Now, you went to school for something totally different from
Right.
cooking, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And did you know while you were in school, when did you make that decision? Hey, maybe I should be cooking versus going to school. Now, what did you go to school for?
I went to school for education. I was a history major and also majored in physical education.
Was you cooking for everybody at the dorms?
I was.
I'll see.
Yes.
See
the
that.
basketball team, the football team, that was me.
Mm.
I was Mama Joreka from Shelby, North Carolina.
And they were
Yes.
loving it.
Yes. And they picked on my accent, my country accent, Miss Shelby. They wouldn't even really call me Joreka. It was Shelby.
You know what? There's I ran across something on the internet where it showed where the Southern dialect came from. And actually, it's from Europe. It's not from
Oh,
the
wow.
South. It's actually from Europe. And it is very astonishing just to see the lady who does the talk off on it. She'll talk like she's from Europe. Then she'll talk like she's from the South. And she does the same thing for people from Louisiana. We got the French accent, and people from up north. They all these accents we have in America actually come from Europe.
Right. Wow.
And I'm like, wow, thank you for putting that out there. Now I know.
Right.
So you were cooking in the dorms. Still, at what point did you say, hey, cooking is what I need to be doing?
Well, I taught school, PE, coaching for a while, almost about 10 years. And then I actually stayed in Fayetteville a couple of years after I graduated from Fayetteville State University. Then I finally moved back home after I had my second child and worked for Cleveland County Schools some. And then I worked at daycares. And then it was just like, you know what? People are always calling me for cooking and feeding this person. And then my kids play sports, so I'm always feeding the football team or the basketball team. And I was like, you know what? Let's just switch gears here, because we weren't making enough money teaching school. And these kids now these days, they off the chain.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, let me just shift gears here, and just happened to be riding around and I seen this building open. So I was like, I'm gonna go for it and I'm gonna do it.
You were given a gift. Who helped you cultivate that gift? Mama, grandma, auntie, uncle?
Everybody.
Oh, yeah?
The grandmas to the mama to the daddies to the aunts, uncles, cousins. Like I said, I come from 2 large families. We all love to cook, get together, cook, eat, sing, dance. That was just our family thing to do.
And you know what, Joreka, that's fascinating, because most times when you hear a person talk about the 1 or 2 people who helped them along the way to cultivate who they are today, is usually either mama or daddy. But in your case, it's a lot of
It's
people.
a lot of people. A
So,
lot of people, yes.
The Bess family and your other family,
Smiths.
the Smiths,
Yes.
they should be very, very proud of. Now, let me ask you, do you have don't no family members say, "Hey, I taught you this, girl. Give me that plate free."
Of course, everybody want that and want that credit. But no, I don't have to deal with nobody in my family asking for free because they want to support me.
Right.
So I really do appreciate that. They have been very supportive. Some even help out. Some even work for me. So it's been a true blessing, all around blessing.
So this restaurant here is your actual first stepping stone in reference to having your own food business.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, yes, yes.
Everybody know, don't you dare. Don't you dare. No, I'm just messing with you. But with this being your first restaurant, how nervous were you with saying, "Hey, I want to branch out and do this"?
I don't think my nerves kicked in because it was the rush and just mentally like getting prepared, making sure you didn't forget anything. Do I have this? Do I have that? So it was kind of just more like a stress point.
With a lot of people's opinions telling you what to do?
Yes, always. Oh, you should do it this way. You should do it that way. But nerves, I think I kind of got more nervous when the pandemic hit. I was like, oh God, are we going to have to shut down? What's going to happen? But I will say with the pandemic, that's when my business really just blew up as far as catering, just outside jobs, doing little birthday parties, weddings, everything. So it really picked up. Then more people start spreading the word as far as like, hey, I ate here, you should come here. We did a lot of advertisement, passing out flyers, cards. So it just grew and grew and grew, and I'm just happy.
So you've been in business now for how long?
2 years. We started in October 2019.
October what date?
The 19th. Yes.
Libra time.
Yeah.
How I know that? I ain't telling nobody. But anyway, all right. So coming in, the nervousness was there a little, and the frustration of everyone wanting their opinion to be showcased over the Bess Food Group. When did you say or see that this, because you started almost in a pandemic? Was it before the pandemic or?
We started before.
Before.
Mm-hmm.
So when the pandemic hit, when did you see that, this is going to work, we're just going to have to work a little bit harder? Because really everything with the pandemic started really showcasing around January, February.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as workers, did that affect you any as far as keeping employment here?
Not really. The thing about employment, you just got to find people that's dedicated, that want to work.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's hard now. I'm very blessed, like I said, with the people that have worked here before. But I will say now, I'm very blessed with the staff that I have now because they're willing to do whatever I ask them. I know sometimes I overbook stuff or I got a lot going on and they never complain. They just get in here and say, where you need me to go? Do you need me to be here? Do you need me to get this and do that? And I just don't have to worry about so much. Well, I think you should do it my way or do it this way. Well, how about no, they just stick to the game plan. They understand their assignment and they do what I ask them to do. So that's the best part about it. And I don't really have many staff members, so we make it work with what we got.
That sounds great. Sounds like the leadership that you've applied out to your employees, they fully understand what you're asking for and respect what you're asking. That's a good thing.
They really do. And they see how hard I work. So they like, you know what? I got to keep up with my boss. And plus they get incentives. So, that works well too. But I appreciate my workers, and for my appreciation, they may get extra money. They may get, we go out to eat.
Where's your application at? Because you said incentive. So then you said what that incentive was.
Yes. I'm just honest.
But you also said you even carry them out to...
Yes, we go out to eat just because we eat this food all the time. So,
right.
Even if it's something, we might go eat ice cream or just something simple. So, we might go eat pizza, whatever, because I don't serve pizza or ice cream.
Right.
Or we might just sit down just to unwind, whatever.
What is the one item on your on your menu that you hear people saying, "Oh man, I gotta go and get it. I got to have it"? Or is it many? The one that you hear the most though.
That fried chicken. That fried chicken and the meatloaf for the meats. And then it's always the macaroni and cheese and collard greens.
Now I'll be honest with you. I've only had the baked chicken.
Okay. And it's fall off the bone.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And when you say fall, you're not talking about picking it up and fall. You're talking about when you actually put that chicken in your mouth, it ain't no pulling or tugging.
No, it's not.
None.
It's not. It's gonna.
You don't even have to have teeth.
Oh, it's gonna be good and tender. Yeah.
That macaroni and cheese, that sold me.
Oh yeah.
That's all. But see, everyone can't do the fixings good. Almost anybody can bake chicken or fried chicken.
Right.
You know, it's either gonna be dry, juicy, it's gonna have a little tug or no tug. We can get past that. But what we can't get past is them turnip greens, them green beans not right, the sweet. How you gonna make candy yams? And it tastes like a bucket of salt, sugar. Or you gonna make candy yams, however you want to dress it up, party people. Sweet potatoes, candy yams, and it ain't got no sugar in it.
Right. You gotta do it right. Gotta do it right.
That's the reason why they call it sweet. They got,
Yes.
but not super sweet.
Right. Where you pouring the whole bag of sugar in there.
Ooh. And see,
Yes.
me and Connie eat out a lot, and I'm one to say, you know what, I'm coming back,
Mhm.
and I've been back here 2 times?
Yeah.
2 times now.
Mhm.
And had you not be on vacation this week,
You'd
it'd have been
back.
3.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you, if I can make my way with the schedule, it'll be once a week, but I'm not going to hold myself to it. But I'll try.
If you gain weight, don't blame it on me.
Woo.
Yes.
Okay, so you give credit to your entire family for helping you with recipes and help showing you the way in reference to cooking. You cooked at college and did your thing there. But when you came home, that wasn't where you said, "Hey, I'm going to do the restaurant." When you came home, you were actually teaching? Teaching.
And coaching. Yes.
So how many years after you teaching and coaching did you say, "I want to do something different"?
I was teaching about 10 years, 12 including like daycares. So about 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And-
still coaching, but yes.
But see, that's something you love to do because you played basketball as well, right?
I did. Yes.
Joreka, do you see yourself ever giving that up?
Basketball?
Mhm.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I'm 40. I know I don't look like it, but I'm 40 years old. I passed that torch on to my kids, Isaiah and Jaden. Well, Isaiah's not playing much basketball because he's on a full ride at Charleston Southern. He got an academic athletic scholarship playing football. So he's pretty much locked in at football. My youngest son, Jaden, he's 16, a sophomore at Shelby High School. He's more a football player, but he plays basketball to stay in shape. He's a good basketball player as well. But he'll be going to school more than likely for football and academics as well.
Awesome.
So I was very blessed. But yes, my body with this restaurant full time, I can't run up and down the court.
Now, as
Now,
far-
I play horse, pig, shoot around, talk junk. I can do that. Yeah. But not running up and down the court. No.
As far as the cooking skills, have you sent those down to your son? Or are they like, "Mom, we just love eating your food"?
Well, when we first opened, of course, my kids had to help out. So it was like, "Mama, this is your dream, not ours." So they hated it, but then they kind of got in the groove of it. My oldest son, he was the one, he called himself the macaroni king. So he did well with the macaroni. And now that my youngest son has been around the most, he has to work here, of course, on the weekends. He has to help with like the weddings, but mostly we just use him on Sundays. But he does really good. He'll fry chicken, he'll fry the pork chops. He's really good. Fix the plates. So he's pretty much got everything down pat.
Awesome.
Yes.
The Bess Group, do you see expansion in the near future?
Yes and no.
Tell me about it.
Yes, because I really enjoy it. I do believe if I was to expand, I would really have the support because, like I said, we get up every day. I do make sure everything is cooked fresh for the
Mhm.
day. So that's a big plus. How you sell food, your presentation, how you greet people, how you meet people. So that's a big plus. Also, um, it's a lot of work. So that's why I would say no, because you really got to put a lot of work into it. Restaurant business is really hard.
Let me ask you this. I did a couple years ago when Patty LaBelle came out with the patty pies, the sweet potato pies.
Mhm.
I did a little thing on social media in reference to congratulating her on them pies, because a lot of people,
Oh, them things good.
they
Yes.
but that's the thing. A lot of people like, well, her pies isn't all that. I'm like, to each his own. I love them.
They are good.
I'm a sweet potato pie connoisseur,
Yeah.
and I'm here to tell you, I love patty pies. Can you see some of your dishes maybe in a Walmart?
Yes, a lot of people get on me all the time. I do elementary ball games as well, and I do beef hot dogs with homemade chili and slaw, and they love my chili. So every game, they think like the opposing team is supposed to have my chili at their games. And they're like, Joreka, you didn't make the chili. I'm like, no, we're not the home team today. So no, I didn't make chili. So, but some of the teams will request for me to make the chili, and people tell me all the time I need to sell it in the store. So my chili is banging. I love it.
So
Yes.
you may need to start looking into packaging. And so, ladies and gentlemen, if you have your own packaging company, please come to, what is it? Let's see. Put these. My eyes done got a little fragile as I got a
The
little
Bess
older.
Group, Soul Food and Catering.
722 Earl Road, Shelby, North Carolina 28152. You can contact Miss Bess at 704-481-7458 or email Joreka, Joreka _31 at hotmail.com.
Yes, sir.
If you have a packaging company and you can present something nice and wonderful to her, first come here and try it. And after you try it, you're gonna be like, look, you're gonna blow her up.
You
I'm
don't
just
love
gonna tell
it.
you. Camera,
Yes.
camera.
Yes.
You're gonna blow her up. And you know what? And that right there, I think helps out a lot of restaurants. If you can find that one dish that you can put stores, because some people like they don't travel,
Right.
but they heard about the Bess Group.
Mhm.
So, and they can go to a grocery store, or Walmart, or wherever you, and just like the gravy, Hardee's gravy. Everyone in the South loves Hardee's gravy over Bojangles gravy. Some people, I ain't gonna say everyone, some people. Well, at one point in time, Sam's Club had that gravy mix.
Mhm.
And it didn't say Hardee's on it, but it was the closest thing
Country
to it.
gravy mix.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm here to tell you, I mean, sometimes I don't want to go to Hardee's. I want to just do it myself.
At home.
you know.
Right. Yes.
So that would be something great, if I can just open up a box and, well, let me ask you that. Do you see somewhere down the line where, say, like I can order such and such and such and such, and it comes to me in a big old box, and all I got to do is just throw it into the oven, and there it is?
I hadn't really thought that far yet. Like I said, with my two boys, they're almost halfway grown, even though one is 20, one is 16. They're still in school. So I am a mother first, of course. Like this week, I'm closed. My oldest son is home from school. So we're spending the week with him. So that's a blessing. But who knows? The only thing I can tell you is prayer. Prayer will lead you and guide you. That's why I'm where I'm at now. And I love what I do. It's a lot of hard work, but I love it. I love it. And it has been a blessing to me and my family and my workers as well. So I just pray, and whatever the Lord tell me, whatever moves he tell me to make, I just be obedient and go with the flow.
Right now, there's no one here because we're doing the interview here. And we wanted to get you where you weren't cooking, but we're gonna come back when you are cooking and get some I guess a follow-up part of the interview with you actually cooking. When this place is packed, what is the atmosphere like?
Oh, it's very loud. I love it though. When you come in the lobby, you hear a lot of laughter, talking, eating, smacking, spills. Hey, can I get some more of this? It's wonderful at the same time because I know my customers are happy. They're enjoying the food. Sometimes they might just order a plate and then they come in and say, "Oh, I want to get this." They want to add this or add that, so they pretty much end up getting the all you can eat. So it's a blessing, and most people say they love the atmosphere, the family atmosphere, just to be able to come somewhere and dine. And then there's other days like any other business. We have slow days. I won't lie, but people like to come and they like to relax. We have some people that may just sit in a corner, and sometimes we'll have the lights down when it's slow down, and we'll say, "Do you want the lights on?" They say, "No, it's perfect." So we got the sun that beams in from the side, and the sun just fills the um area, and they just sit here and enjoy. Some people do their work here, work from away from work, but they're still working. They bring their laptops or whatever. We have the TV. They can watch TV. We have the speaker on sometimes where we may play a little slow music, jazz music, upbeat music. You never know. So we got a lot here.
It
Try to
sounds
suit
like the
everybody.
atmosphere is real comfortable, relaxed,
Yes.
and fun.
Yes.
Do you carry the work home sometime where you wake up and you're like, yeah, I'm getting that order out, but you sleep?
Yes. I jump up sometimes. I'm like, I hear the phone ring, and I'm like, I'm at home because I'm telling you that phone rings and rings and rings. And when some people can't get through, they start calling my cell phone or they message me through Facebook. Are y'all open? I can't get through on the phone. And I'm just like, okay. But yes, the cell phone, or when I get off, I take my notebook home and I'm just like, oh, I got to write down everything I got to do for tomorrow. Or I can be asleep sometimes and I wake up and I was like, ooh, let me write this down so I don't forget tomorrow. So yes, there's always work at home off of work.
As far as the restaurant itself, what would you say is your success story so far?
Just surviving through everything, still pushing, just encouraging myself mostly because there are some days that are tough, but you still gotta push through it. So I would just say just the success and not giving up, pushing myself, talking to myself, and being here every day and surviving. Because who would have thought a little black girl? Yes, I do still consider myself a young girl.
Got
But
to.
I'm 40,
You got to.
would survive through a pandemic, still pushing. I mean, I just enjoy my customers. They always tell me thank you. They appreciate me. Just the comments, keep doing great things. That helps me out a lot. So I would say my success story is never giving up, still pushing, still trying to come up with ideas, do whatever we got to do to survive.
And I think that what you just said will maybe hit a lot of other business owners because I think sometimes you get to the point where in business where it gets frustrating, it gets overwhelming, and you forget to stop. You forget that you need to keep thinking.
Mm-hmm.
You need to keep that memory bank
Right.
fresh and keep trying to make it better each and every day. So I think a lot of people are going to take that and pencil that in. I'm going to start doing that.
Right.
Who do you look up to in reference, other than God? Who do you look up to for the inspiration to say, you know what, I'm going to keep going on?
Um,
Or what do you look up to?
I'll be honest, myself, because like I said, I'm really just a person to myself. I don't deal with a lot of people. So just myself. I inspire myself because sometimes I be like, girl, you did that. You know what I'm saying? Or woo, how did you make it through the day? And people are like, Joreka, I don't see how you do it. And like I said, still be a full-time mom. My kids come first. So this restaurant is next. But anytime it come to my kids, mama first and then business. So
You have a
I
lot.
inspire myself. I really do. And I'm very grateful. And my kids, I'm blessed with 2 wonderful children. They don't get in trouble. They don't cause me no problems. So I am truly blessed.
That's a
Yes.
wonderful story, especially with all that you have on your plate with, supporting your children. Then you have the basketball, you're coaching the basketball, you're the leader of the Best Group, the owner of the Best Group, the worker of the Best Group.
The
That's
shopper, the everything. Yes.
right, right.
Yes.
Joreka, I'm glad that you had the vision to do what you're doing, because had you not, I wouldn't have been able to come here and eat good. You're laughing, but I'm serious. There's so many restaurants of people who think they can cook.
Mhm.
And sometimes you take a deep breath and say, that's a waste of money.
Been
You
there,
know,
done it.
n-
Yeah.
No names called, but yet and still, for you to have the vision, the know-how, and the willpower to do what you're doing, there's a lot of us who should tilt our hats to you and say thank you. And I'm saying it to you right now, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for the passion that you have to make this happen here.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad. And like we always tell people, you might come and you might say, hey, it wasn't what you expected. You didn't like it. Just let somebody know. That's one main thing that I would like to tell people. Sometimes they go to restaurants and they just want to bash, or they make bad comments, or they want to leave bad reviews. If you have a problem with something, just let the owner know, or let someone know before you leave, because I can guarantee you they're going to try to fix that problem. To one, you're spending your money, you took your time to come here, so we want to make sure it's right. We don't always do everything right. We're not perfect. I can tell you that for a fact, but I will fix it to make it better. You might get hey, come back for a free meal, or let me take care of your meal this time, or can I get you a different side, another drink, what have you. We're gonna do what we gotta do to please you the best that we can.
And that's the main important thing is you, like I said earlier, your passion for your business. You care
Right.
about your business, and you have to. And if you don't, then it's going to reflect to the presentation you're giving out. It's going to reflect in how the food tastes
Right.
and the atmosphere around. And each and every time I've been here, the waiters have been over and beyond.
Oh yeah, they're wonderful.
And I make sure when I tip them, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I'm looking at the camera on this one. When you have a waiter who takes his or her time to make you feel special, dig in your back pocket and pay them,
Yes, yes.
because you ain't the only one in that building. I'm saying it, gritting my teeth. Oh,
Yes, yes,
pay them.
yes. My girls they're great. They're wonderful people. They smile, they laugh and talk to you. And especially if you become a regular, they will make sure you are well taken care of. Yes, yes.
Joreka, my producers tell me we're pressing for time right now. I got another interview to go to, but I want to say this to you. One thing that we had talked about before the interview, and I was telling you about some shows that I was doing, and I asked you, I said, well, would you like to be a sponsor on some things I'm doing? You said, sure. And you asked me, what do I need to do? And I told you, you've done it already.
Mhm.
You were adamant about doing more.
Oh yeah.
And that's one thing I feel, as you said, who thought this young Black lady would come and do this? I wish and I employ more Black people to feel the same as you did. Ask, what more can I do? And give more than what you've given,
Right.
because you never know what doors will open up for what you got going on to expand. And you didn't ask me for nothing. You were willing to give.
That's that family thing. We are big givers. We have big hearts. That's one thing I love. I learned from my family. You give and you share, receive. So, and that's in the Bible. So I'm a big giver. Like I said, me giving. Back when the pandemic, we gave away tons and tons of meals to families, to doctors, to nurses, to preachers, to people. We did raffles, drew out names. Hey, you win a raffle for a free meal. We just wanted to bless our community, bless across our neighborhood. Like I said, we're always feeding the football team or the basketball team. And I just believe in giving. And I have truly been receiving blessings after blessings. People who donated money to help provide for those families. People just come by and say, hey, I'm donate. You can get a meal to whoever. So it's been a great blessing. My community has really stepped up. I've really enjoyed it.
Well, Joreka, anytime that you're doing something in the community, please feel free to reach out to Urban Voice Media. We'll most likely, if we can't be there, we will support in any type of capacity we can, whether it's advertising, whether it's sponsoring, whether it's actually being there on set and, rooting you on with what you're doing.
Thank you.
Please reach out to us. We're there 100%.
I sure will. Thank
Joreka,
you. Thank you.
I enjoyed this interview.
All right. Thank you.
Until next time.
All right.
And the next time I see you,
You get to eat.
I get to eat.
Thank you.
Good seeing you, sweetie.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.